Hello there, very good evening to you there. It's evening time as I'm filming it, and a very good evening to you, and welcome to our latest series. Latest in our series of this Burnley Mark II Career Mode, episode 19 now, to be absolutely exact. And we start with some magnificent games coming up for you in the FA Cup. We've lost the fixture list there. So let's see. We play Norwich today. The winners are back play Spurs, who beat Chelsea 1-0 in the upper semi-final. So let's have a look at how the two teams got here. Burnley first, who beat Leicester City 5-0 in the first round. In the third round, sorry, they beat Leicester 5-0 at the King Power. Norwich had to beat Burton Albion at the Pirelli Stadium by 3-2. In the fourth round, Burnley beat Brighton by 6-2, and Norwich drew 2-2 with Everton in the first match at Carrow Road. And Norwich won that replay by 2-0 at Goodison Park, and they were safely through to round 5. In which case Burnley disposed of Sunderland rather late by 1-0. And another magnificent victory for Norwich away at Manchester City by 1-0. Which saw them into the quarter-finals, where they beat Manchester United 2-1 at Carrow Road, whereas Burnley had drawn 0-0 at Stoke, but beat Stoke in a replay. And obviously they play today, as you can see. Spurs beat Chelsea, so the winners play Tottenham in the final at Wembley. So I'm sure Pochettino will be hoping and praying for a Norwich City victory, but as Clarets, we want to get through to that second cup final of the season. So it's to Wembley we go. Before we do bring you that game, I should tell you about two little small matters of Barcelona. There were two legs in that other big semi-final there. And so much in between those two legs is a home game with Leicester. Win that and the Premier League surely will be more than guaranteed to go to the Turf Moor cabinet for the first time in over 55 years. So plenty of scope there for Burnley to do pretty much anything. But it's to Wembley we go, and Norwich, I should add, are gunning for promotion back to the Premier League after a season out. They could all be back in it by the end within 3 weeks' time, or they could be back at Wembley within a month and a half's time. Who knows? But they're in a cup semi-final here with an opportunity to reach Wembley. But I'm sure Burnley will have a good go. It's the easiest draw Burnley could have had, but we can't take Norwich lightly. So let's get to Wembley then, and to this second semi-final. The winners play Tottenham. Hello there, welcome to this FA Cup semi-final, the second one. The winners, of course, play Tottenham, who knocked out Chelsea by 1-0 yesterday. Burnley red hot favourites against Championship Norwich, who could be promoted within a few weeks automatically if they keep second place, but they got second place on goal difference at the moment. Burnley more or less guaranteed the league championship. It's just a question of when it's mathematically impossible for Chelsea, who can't catch them. The rain pouring now for this second FA Cup semi-final. Both teams ready to go. Burnley quite depleted, of course, and I've had another injury problem, so George Boyd will fit in as you look at the two teams. This is Burnley's lineup. Jason Shackle returns as the captain. Greg Dawson comes in for Kurt Zuma as well. It's George Boyd out on the left for the injured Scott Arfield. Harry Kane comes in for Ashley Barnes. And what about the Championship promotion candidates, Norwich City? Plenty of experience as well. Big game experience in the Premier League. John Ruddy, the goalkeeper. Gary Hooper has won cups before. His Scotland partners Cameron Jerome. Watch out for Redmond and Bennett. And Alex Tete can hit a good shot as well in the midfield. Boissong and Michael Turner are the two centre-backs. The man in charge today, there he is with the ball. Has Burnley prepared to get us underway here at Wembley for the second FA Cup semi-final. There he is, Michael Oliver from County Durham. Both teams in their traditional attire today. Burnley, of course, in them claret and blue. Norwich, of course, in canary yellow with green shorts. And green and canary socks. Canary yellow socks. Burnley will go from right to left in this first half. Norwich left to right as Ings gets us away for Burnley. Massive favourites this afternoon here at Wembley as Ings tries an early shot, pushed away by Ruddy. And good defending again by Turner before Basson could get in, before Kane Robber could get in there. Here's Gnabry. Burnley deployed Robber badly through injuries, but they're keeping their spirit going, and a header! Tipped over there by Ruddy. Kane got the header in and gets a pat of approval there from the centre-back Michael Turner. Good looping header there by Harry Kane, who scored in the League Cup win last month against Chelsea, who suffered another Wembley heartbreak yesterday, beaten by the London neighbours Tottenham. Meanwhile, we've got an opportunity here for Norwich at the upper end, and they could prop it here from this. And Jerome is onside, and it's in the side netting. Danger there for Burnley, and Norwich nearly profited from it. Well, Jerome might not get a better opportunity all afternoon here. Once you've come from East Anglia to Wembley this afternoon, plenty have come up from Lancashire as well. But here's Gary Hooper, and the ball knocked back. Jerome was lurking in there, so too was Tetty. Danny Ings, Harry Kane, and he's beaten the defender there to the punch, but Basson did well there and got back well. Hooper and Jerome in the middle. It's a terrific run. Corner kick to Norwich. Now I've got to say, I'm well up for this semi-final. It's a marvellous atmosphere around this stadium now. The Orange fans and the Burnley fans making a heck of a lot of noise. The corner flicked in, only half out, and it's gone in! And Norwich strike first blood in the semi-final. And it fooled the Burnley defence here. Wonderful first time shot. Right on the volley. Tom Heaton didn't see it until late, and it was in the one place he couldn't get anywhere near. And it's Johnny Howson who's got it. Well, the Canaries go mad, and not what Burnley were expecting here. Johnny Howson, whatever happens this afternoon, he will never score a better goal like that for the rest of his life. Shy of 20 minutes gone, and it's the Championship team who lead in this Cup semi-final against the depleted Burnley, who are going for the quadruple. Here's Gnabry. Burnley have answered every question asked of them this season. So many times they've trailed engaged, but yet they've come back and won through in the end, so their spirit shall not be questioned here. And Norwich having a good spell in the rain at Wembley. This is Whelan now. Kane. They've got two red hot strikers up front who can get them out of a hole here. And Ings might just do that with his shot deflects, and it's an easy one for John Ruddy. His real save was to deny Harry Kane a looped goal. Ings took it down well, but again, good challenge again coming in from Turner. Half an hour gone at Wembley. Surprise scoreline here. Norwich, who have shot both Manchester clubs on the way to this semi, and one up against the Premier League leaders. Oh! Tell you what, Basson could have easily put through his own net. John Ruddy was perfectly positioned. Norwich have never been to an FA Cup final before. They've been to a couple of League Cup finals. The last Wembley Cup final, I think, was back in 1985. They took on Sunderland in the what was then known as the Milk Cup final and won. Gordon Chisholm on goal, won the cup that night, won the Milk Cup that day for Norwich. But here's Trippier. Norwich really on their marks defensively here and giving the Clarets no room to get balls into the penalty area, which is a real concern here. Trippier did well, excellent ball. Now Kane. Will this be the moment for Burnley to strike back? Oh, he tried to chip the goalkeeper and he tried to be too intricate of it. As we see the goal that divides the teams, but what a stunning goal. If that is to knock Burnley out of the semi, well, that's something very special from, certainly from Johnny Howson's point of view. John Ruddy has had a good first half in that Canaries goal. George Boyd in there, another Burnley player down, but here's Kane. Whelan going in there. But Burnley going for 4 trophies. They've already got 1. The league title already more or less sealed. They've got Barcelona coming up in just 3 or 4 days' time, and they've got to travel to the new camp. And Frank Lampard looks as if he's going towards the technical area here. Ward. Burnley for the moment down to 10 men, and that's the half-time whistle. And Burnley here are in trouble. They trail to a 20th minute goal from Johnny Howson. And that is the scoreline in this second semi-final. Half-time here, the Clarets 0, the Canaries 1. Well, welcome back to the second half, and Lampard is slightly injured, but we'll play on because there's a cup final place up for grabs here. And they'll have to conserve his energy throughout the second half. But Burnley trail, thanks to a 20th minute goal from Johnny Howson for Norwich. Whelan knocking it forward. Here's Kane. Lampard looking for support, finds it to George Boyd. Now what can he do here? That's a good purposeful run by Boyd. That's a lovely cross. Kane was lurking. Lampard's lurking too. Good save by Ruddy. Lampard thought it equalised. John Ruddy with another remarkable bit of goalkeeping, and it keeps Norwich in the lead. Whelan to take another Clarets corner. Kane was there. Trippier's got a good shot on him. Trippier with a shot. Oh, good save by Ruddy. Well, this is going to go down to the wire. Then we do have reinforcements striker-wise on the bench. And they're going to have to make a change, I think. Lampard is going to come off, and Ashley Barnes is going to come on. Right, they're going to use 3 substitutions here, Burnley. They know that they need to chase it. Kane has been ineffective. Sam Vos is going to come on. I think fresh legs is the order today. Dawson is booked now for Burnley. Half an hour to save their skins. Just to remind everybody, as we see substitutions around, Johnny Howson has also got off for Norwich as well. But Burnley have decided to play their 3 substitutes as well. So it looks as if Danny Ings will go to the end now. Barnes, who's dropped now to midfield. And Barnes now running through the centre. This is a terrific run by Barnes. Ashley Barnes for Burnley, he's done it! They're out of jail! The Clarets are back in this FA Cup! And Ashley Barnes has equalised! What a brave bit of substitution here by the Clarets! They've gambled on all 3 at once! And Ashley Barnes is one of them! And it has paid off! Game on here at Wembley! An explosion of claret joy drowns out the noisy, well, what was up until then, noisy Canaries. They are crowing no more. 1-1 with just over 25 minutes scheduled to still play. Now, if the score was to stay the same now, from now till the end, we would have extra time and penalties. Shalabar. Burnley never know when they're beaten. Boyd. Too far forward for Danny Ings to chase. Turner. Cross coming in there. Again, Dawson getting that one away for Burnley. Now here's Ings. Finding Vokes. And here come the fresh legs again. Sam Vokes! Shalabar! Goal kick. Here's the equaliser. Slid in. Got there just before John Ruddy. It was enough. Where's Houlihan? He's going to come off. Or come on rather for Norwich. Replace the somewhat quiet Alexander Tete. Well, we've got quarter of an hour. Serge Gnabry now is starting to struggle. Well, they won't want extra time like with Barcelona coming up on in a few days' time. This is Shalabar. Then they remember have used all three of their subs, and it's offside against Danny Ings, who's been frustrated on his first Wembley appearance with his club side today. Of course, missed the Capital One final victory over Chelsea at the end of at the start of March. Here come Norwich though. Shalabar did well. Up towards Vokes. Gnabry now offering an outlet on the far side. Tension abound here in this second semi-final. No foul. 4 minutes to go, otherwise it will be going on a bit further here at the extra time period. And Dawson, I hope this is not a second yellow. No, it's going to be Stephen Ward, I think. Well, for one moment then I thought it was Craig Dawson then, and it would have been exactly the last thing that the Chorus wanted. So we're into the last minute of normal time, and if things are not to change as Houlihan goes for glory, he gets it badly wrong, and it's a goal kick to the Chorus. We've got 5 minutes of stoppage time remaining. And if there's no scoring now, we will have an extra half hour. But wait a moment. Here's Sam Vokes now for Burnley. Oh, and Roddy is saved. Still not away yet. Vokes! He's in the post! And in goes! And Burnley have snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. When it looked for all the while as if we were going to have another 30 minutes more. Danny Ings has won it! It's tough luck on Norwich, who have been brilliant this afternoon, but the Clarets' fighting spirit lives on in abundance. 2-1, and Ings was up until then having a frustrating afternoon. Well, it's turned to glory now. One must feel for Norwich, who have put up a brave fight and led for so long in this semi. But that is the spirit of true champions. And they'll be showing no more time now. There is no more time. Burnley have got it. They're in the cup final and will play Spurs next month. Barnes and Ings got him out of a big hole, because Norwich led for quite a while after Johnny Howson had put him in front for a magnificent goal. Despair for Norwich, who could still seal promotion, but it's Burnley who go through to the FA Cup final. Hello there, good afternoon, good evening rather, and welcome to the Nou Camp Stadium in Barcelona for Burnley's massive test. AC Milan won that first leg of the semi yesterday at the Bernabeu Stadium. Now it's all eyes on the Catalans Barcelona against the outsiders up to four, the Clarets. Can they produce the shock? They're very depleted again. Lampard's now out for 3 weeks through injury, so the Burnley squad is again patched up, and Nathaniel Chalobah is now pressed into service in the central midfield. George Boyd will keep his place out on the far side as well. This is the team they've got to face. Bravo is preferred to Stegen in goal. But what about that for a front three? Neymar, Pedro and Messi, Rakitic, Busquets and Iniesta in the midfield three. The weakness is probably the back four, with Piqué the only tall man in that back four. Probably the only tallest man in the Barcelona team, incidentally. As per Burnley, apart from that one change with Nathaniel Chalobah and Sam Vos coming in for Ashley Barnes, it's the same 11 who just about beat Norwich at Wembley on Sunday. Can they produce the miracle? A draw would be fantastic, because Burnley would probably have one or two key players in fitness. David Jones is only a few days away from possibly returning, and he might make the bench for the second leg. Burnley's biggest test certainly of the season. There's no question about it. We're all set to get underway here. The referee tonight is Himo Wasser-Schneider of Germany. Barcelona to get us underway then. This for a place in the European Cup final against either AC Milan or Real Madrid. And away we go. Barcelona in their famous maroon and dark blue stripes. We'll attack from right to left in this first half. Burnley left to right in their famous claret and blue. Here's Whelan. Chalobah in from the start tonight, but he's giving it straight to Rakitic. You don't want to be doing that in the opening stages. First few minutes, Burnley must keep it defensive. Don't show too much of the ball to Barcelona. Just play it nice and cool and easy. And if the breaks come their way, fantastic. Boyd. Now Dawson. Whelan. Burnley keeping possession rather promisingly here in this opening period of the first half. 10 minutes gone. Here's Chalobah. Dawson. Whelan. Boyd. Shackle. Dawson. Burnley having a good bit of possession here, making Barcelona tire a little bit. Here's Vokes. It's a good run on by Ings. He just couldn't get past Piqué that time. Now Iniesta. Trip, but the referee allowing it to go on. Sensible refereeing that from the German referee. Pedro. Oh, what a glorious challenge by Stephen Ward. Ings to Chalobah to Vokes. Furthest man forward. Still Sam Vokes. Early chance here to show what he can do. It's Sam Vokes for Burnley. Straight at the goalkeeper, Bravo. Oh, Burnley started on the front foot, but here's Chalobah. Breaks for Ings. Good shot, and Bravo turning it behind for a corner. Burnley starting very promisingly here in this first leg. Not caring one jot about Barcelona's massive reputation that goes before them. Meanwhile, Serge Gnabry has been booked for that earlier challenge on Iniesta there. Referee well within his rights to actually caution the Burnley player. Wheeling with the corner. Dawson's header tipped over by Bravo. Corner kick. Burnley here getting one or two good opportunities here. And Claudio Bravo not really taking too much of a chance. Boyd with the corner. And a header off the crossbar. And now Trippier. Goal kick. And it was that man again, Dawson. That's twice now he's won headers inside that Barca penalty area. He beat Pedro and the goalkeeper, but it hit the crossbar. Half an hour gone, and Burnley have made a massive encouraging start here at the Nou Camp Stadium. Second leg to come in 6 days' time. But here's Lionel Messi, well marshalled again, first of all by Dawson and then Whelan. Pedro keeps possession. Messi's the furthest man forward here. Rakitic keeps it going. It's Ivan Rakitic. Oh, what a good challenge again by Dawson. He's having a game of his life tonight. The former West Brom centre back. Vokes is making a break here for Burnley. And Ings waits in the far side. And well held by Bravo. Well, Burnley making a more than a decent fist bit here. They've had 6 goals at goal. And have tested the goalkeeper on more or less all but one occasion. The only time when Trippier hit a wayward shot over the top of the crossbar. Here's Whelan again. Boyd has made a terrific run. Burnley may be depleted, but they've got plenty of spirit and plenty of guts. Whelan, play down, good save, folks, scored! Breakthrough! Right on the stroke of half time for the Clarets. Whelan had the first shot. The goalkeeper could only parry it. And Sam Vokes had the simplest of chances to bury the ball in. And Burnley have a lead they thoroughly deserved in this semi-final. And best of all, it's an away goal too. Right on the stroke of half time. Danny Ings also went down, which is quite a bit of concern, but he's back up to the fast relief of the Burnley fans, but he's slightly injured and he might not be risked for the second half. Harry Kane is in reserve, and Burnley have won games without Danny Ings in their ranks before, so they're more than able to cope with Ings if he needs to come off, and I think he does need to come off. Get him rested the rest of the second half here and for the Leicester game, and get him hopefully back fit for the second leg in 6 days' time. And listen to that! Boos around the Nou Camp because Sam Vokes has scored a priceless away goal for Burnley, and that's the scoreline at half time in this first leg of the European semi-final. Barcelona 0, Burnley 1. And a warm welcome back to the Nou Camp. And as expected, Danny Ings has come off. He can't be risked really for certainly this second half here, and then the Leicester game. I think he has to be rested for the Leicester game. And Harry Kane comes on, and Burnley attacking now with Gnabry. Kane, it's 3. Oh, what a substitution! What a substitution that was! Harry Kane has put Burnley 2-0 up in the Nou Camp Stadium. It's a dream coming true here if you're a Claret and Blue fanatic. Listen to this one, Clarets fans. Barcelona 0, Burnley 2. And Harry Kane, with virtually his first touch of the ball, has just sent all those Clarets supporters into absolute raptures. Barcelona 0, Burnley 2. And the bad thing about this is Messi and co haven't even touched Tom Heaton yet. Burnley have played them at their own game. They've kept possession when they've needed to, and have hit the Barca defence hard where it hurts. But wait a moment, there's a chance, and they have scored. Pedro, 2-1. And now 100,000 Catalan sense blood. Had to hook it round. Heaton hands a try to saving it. And this semi-final is not all over yet. Barcelona 1, Burnley 2. We've had 6 minutes of the second half. Pedro's 10th goal in the European Champions League this season. And what a semi-final. But a 2-2 draw wouldn't be bad. If Barca were to score again, he was to end 2-2. That would not be a disaster for Burnley, really. Here's Gnabry slightly hurt himself, and that could be a problem. Burnley are down to threadbare in that midfield area. I think that's where they probably need to strengthen the most, I think, certainly for next season anyway. Well, we're signing Van der Vaart and Cambiasso are signing next season for the Clarets, and may well join them as European champions. Well, with the club as European champions, if they can beat Barcelona and beat the winners of Real Madrid and Milan in the final, should they get there. With Pedro knocking one in there, that was actually first Barcelona's first shot on target actually. Now Rakitic is going to come off, and the experienced and cutting of Xavi will come on. Been there, seen it, done it, won everything in the game. Xavi. Burnley throw. Trippier. Gnabry. The good thing from Barca's point of view is that both Burnley right back and right midfielder have been booked. So if neither Trippier or Gnabry make a wrong move now, they could be both sent. One of them could be sent off. And they must watch that particular battle. 25 minutes of this first leg to go. Nothing's decided tonight, by the way. No need to worry about any late finishes or extra time. This is only the first leg. Ball in there towards Messi, but dealt with it rather well. And now Kane. Still we have a goalless, or still we have a 2-1 lead. Shackle, terrific in the tackle, and there's a player injured there. Burnley get a free kick. Barca player went down. That looked a foul there, I have to say, by Iniesta. The referee has allowed it to go on. I have to say, folks, was rather fouled by Iniesta, and there will be uproar if they were to equalise from this. And Iniesta has gone further forward, and here's a chance now for Barcelona to strike back. And in the end, the attack comes to nullify it. Trippier to Whelan. Folks, sensible play, Boyd. Ward. Sensibly goes back to Shackle, who sensibly goes back to Tommy Dawson. Folks. Gnabry. Kane. Oh, his first touch was a little bit unfortunate. It came to him a little bit too hard for him to try and control it and keep possession. And that could have cost Burnley here. Oh, what a save! What a save from... I don't know who it was. I think it was Messi who had the opportunity, but Tom Eaton made a magnificent save, and now Burnley could break here. There are 5 minutes of this first leg to go. Kane is there. Kane nets it back. Vokes is onside, but he can't find Vokes. Ward. And now Barcelona's pitched the ball back. And they've got 5 minutes to save themselves, and they've got a 3-on-3 situation, but a little chip in doesn't find either Alves or Messi. Here come Barcelona again with Neymar, and there's problems here. Oh, it's just gone wide. Rafinha comes on for the Iniesta. Burnley can sense a victory here at the Nou Camp. But with Pedro's goal, it's still in the melting pot. Lovely ball forward, and Kane is onto it like a whippet. And it's gone! 3-1! And what a famous night for Burnley Football Club. Piqué just switched off there. Kane was onside, and the goalkeeper beaten. Who could have... Well, the goalkeeper, to be fair, probably should have done a heck of a lot better. And Barca's defence has been found wanting yet again. Harry Kane. It's only his 4th in Europe this season, but that could send him to the final. He's got 2 of the goals tonight. Folks has got the other one. And it's 3-1 Burnley. And with the second leg to come at Turf Moor, we're going to have fireworks there. We've had fireworks tonight though. Barca have been beaten. And they've conceded 3 away goals to this devastating Burnley side. 2 for Kane, 1 for Sam Vokes. Pedro with Barca's solitary reply. And it's Burnley who take a 3-1 lead back to Turf Moor in 6 days' time. Hello everybody, welcome to Turf Moor for Burnley against Leicester. Leicester more or less nearly enough doomed from the Premier League. Burnley with a win now would be virtually guaranteed the title with a win here this afternoon. And they've put out a pretty changed squad, obviously with Barcelona in mind. They've had to rest a few key players, as you'll see in a moment from the 2 lineups. There's a player who's going to be Burnley bound next season, the Leicester City captain, Esteban Cambiasso. So let's take a quick check on the 2 teams for this afternoon's game. Starting with Burnley. All change at the back there. Long and Duff are the 2 centre-backs. Taylor comes in alongside Nathaniel Shalabar, and up front it's Barnes and Vokes. So much changed from the Barcelona result in midweek. Leicester, who will try and salvage some pride and maybe try and stay in the division. Well, they're going to play with Nick Powell just in behind Jamie Vardy. He's going to lead the line. It's Nhua and Kabak, the 2 centre halves. Albrighton and Cambiasso and Drinkwater, the midfielders are there. And Sebastian Prodel, who's a defender. He's amongst the substitutes, and he's a big beast of a man, I can tell you. Sam Vokes charged with responsibility. The referee today, Anthony Taylor. Well, Burnley with a win would virtually seal the Premier League and the top flight championship for the first time since 1960. Of course, they'd have to get the trophy at Villa Park on the final day, regardless of whatever happens before then. Here's Burnley. Leicester kicked off with attacking the goal to the left. They're going from left to right in this first half. Burnley right to left. Here's Barnes. Both teams in their traditional colours. Here's Barnes. Good save. Surely the first goal of the game. Yes. Sam Vokes, who scored in Barcelona in midweek, has scored again tonight, this afternoon. Barnes had the first effort. The goalkeeper could only parry it. And in the end, quite a simple finish. Schmeichel could only parry. And in the end, it was on a plate for Sam Vokes to clock up goal number 22 of the season in the league. So 1-0. And the goal music was a little slow coming, I have to say. But it is 1-0. That's an excellent challenge. Oh, he's been given a free kick there against Kevin Long. I felt he got the ball rather cleanly. I think it's a chance for the likes of Mark Albrighton here to have a crack at goal. And it is Albrighton, deflection on the wall. It's a corner. Esteban Cambiasso is joining Burnley next season and take the corner. 8 minutes gone. And the header out only as far as Vardy. Drinkwater. Keeps his feet well. That's another good tackles by Michael Duff. He's got 22 to his name this season. He's done magnificently well. In fact, all the Burnley strikers have got 20 plus goals in all competitions this season, and it's just wide. Goal kick. Long. Not telling from the start this afternoon. Shalabar could be on his way out at the end of the season, considering the talent that's coming to the club hopefully next season in terms of free transfers. We've got Van der Vaart and Cambiasso of course coming. You've got the likes of Jones, who's had his best season. He's amongst the substitutes, by the way, this afternoon. I don't think he'll be risked. He might get in a little cameo if Burnley are 2 or 3 up. I doubt it at the moment. Leicester are digging in deep like they have to at the wrong end of the table. And here they come again here at Leicester. Trippier doing well. He's had a consistent season, this Trippier. Here's Taylor. Ashley Barnes, who's come good in these last few weeks, and that's a lovely ball into the path of Vokes. 1-on-1 with Schmeichel. Goal number 2. So easy. Top 4 jumps now, because they can taste the league title now. Vokes gets his second goal in this game. And Burnley now have breathing space between themselves and Leicester City. 2-0. Goal number 23 of the season. And he's enjoying that one. So Burnley now in a very, very comfortable position. Much change perhaps, but doesn't matter if you're in a winning side. And here comes Vokes again. Can he get that hat-trick in the first half? It's Sam Vokes for Burnley. Oh, that's a good save. It's a cracking save by Kasper Schmeichel. Well, that would have wrapped the points up for sure in this first half. Taylor with a corner. Ended up really as far as Stephen Ward. Shot deflected. It's looped in the air. Folks jumping for that one. Oh dear me, Taylor, who can hit a sweet shot and a sweet volley on his day, didn't quite get that one right. And goal kick for Leicester. Half an hour gone in the first half. Beautiful bright sunshine here in East Lancashire. One goes in for the ball. Taylor, Barnes, Vokes onside. Is this the moment for him now? Oh, good save. Vokes will follow in and he will score. Hat-trick for Sam Vokes. Ashley Barnes goes across to congratulate him. First shot was parried quite brilliantly by Schmeichel, but Vokes followed in and was not about to be denied from the most acutest of angles, it must be said. But my goodness, he took the goal rather well. 3-0 to the Clarets, and the league title now virtually assured. '24 of the season in the league. Burnley now 3 goals up, and with just over 10 minutes to go to half time. Well, just under 10 minutes to go to half time, in fact. The first half that has been more than satisfactory. Taylor, Ashley Barnes, still going. His feet remarkably well, but he's bundled off the ball. Leicester have shown 1 or 2 bright sparks But in the end, it's going wide. And let me give a shout out as we get half time. Burnley cruising now. Commander just come stay 69. And very nice to hear from you. He sent me 6 messages, and of course he deserves recognition. Commander come stay number 69. You certainly got recognition this afternoon. Be sure to join me for the second half stream as well. Burnley have just 5 minutes to see out this first half now of stoppage time. I don't know why they've given 5 minutes of stoppage time from. Here's Gaddafi. Ward. That's a good ball to Trippier. Beautiful football in the sunshine played by the Clarets this afternoon. No doubt about it. Here is Trippier again, and referee Taylor brings his first half to a close. A half that was the Sam Vokes show. A hat-trick inside 36 minutes, and Burnley now virtually are assured of the Premier League title. Surely. They're 3 up at half-time against Leicester City. Now, welcome back to Turf Moor. There was a guy on that final the stream earlier on saying signed Danny Shitu. I'm sure that was a nice kind reminder, but I don't think we need Danny Shitu. I think we've got plenty of good players better than him at the moment. Anyway, before the second half, let's check up on what's been going on around the Premier League this Saturday afternoon. At the Emirates, Arsenal 0, Chelsea 1. Chelsea winning that London derby. I think the league title's beyond them, by in all honesty. At Selhurst Park, it's Crystal Palace 0, Hull City 1. Could be a good result there for Hull. Palace's relegation is more or less rubber stamp. City 1, Villa 1 is a half-time score at the Etihad. QPR 1, West Ham 1 0. Southampton needing the points, drawing 1-1 with Tottenham. FA Cup finalists, of course. And a game that shouldn't matter too much to the Beggies or the Reds of Liverpool. 1-1 at at Hawthorns, and they're saying signs Shitu at the moment. Commander come stay 69. I don't think we need to sign Danny Shitu, quite frankly. Anyway, let's get back to the second half. We've got 45 minutes in front, so stay with us as we get this second half underway. Let's get back to the serious matter here of Burnley's trying to see out this victory now against Leicester. It looks increasingly like a comfortable victory now as Chalobah has the ball for the Clarets. They attack the McElroy end to my left. Serge Gnabry. Will he sign on permanently for the Clarets next season? That will remain to be seen, but there's going to be 1 or 2 very good players coming through the door from Burnley. Top quality players, and we hope to sign Kurt Zouma, who's had a magnificent hashtag Shitu for Burnley. Well, it's nice to see that as Leicester comes charging forward. Another opportunity wasted by Mahrez. He had 1 in the first half where he put it in the side netting, and now he's missed another one in front of the Leicester fans. I'm not sure if he's better than Shackle, to be quite honest, but Shackle's had an immense season for Burnley, and he's the rightful captain at the moment. He has formed a really good centre-back pairing. In fact, Shackle isn't playing today. Stuffin came in long in the centre-back role. Just to let you know, Commander come stay in 69. Here's Chalobah. Much changed Burnley today. Here's Gnabry. 2 waiting in the centre for the cross. One of them is Vokes. Oh, unlucky. Hit the bar. But he's got his 4th now. 4 for Vokes. 4 for the Clarets. It's turning out to be an alright afternoon, isn't it? At first you don't succeed. Try again. And Vokes has got all 4. And down trodden Kasper Schmeichel is crestfallen. Vokes has certainly got high potential, that's for sure. He's had a season and a half to remember here, some folks. We're certainly going to remember this day for a very long time. Already got the match ball for his first half efforts. Now he's got an extra goal to show for the efforts of the second half. And with an hour gone, Leicester are 4-0 down. The relegation hopes, or the hopes of staying in the Premier League, have well and truly taken a huge battering here today. Pearson knows his side have been well and truly outclassed by a pretty much changed Burnley side. Here's Mike Duff. What a stalwart he has been for Burnley Football Club. There's an injury there, and that could be concerning with Barcelona on the horizon there. Oh, it's Gnabry. It's Gnabry now. This is a problem for Burnley. They haven't got too many good midfielders there, and it means Gnabry will have to come off. And now what's happened here? Right, Wheeler is going to come on. City was a buyout clause of 69,000, I think, or million, I think. And he says he can play midfield, but I don't think that's the case. (4-0). Let's concentrate on the game, shall we? Boyd. Barnes. Barnes has shot. Leicester City have not been a really good... They've had a poor season in comparison, really. They've 19th for a good reason there. Burnley have been very consistent. They've worked hard. And then there's a free kick given here to Leicester. Shamabah's the man who's been booked by referee Taylor. Let's just concentrate on the game for the 12 minutes that remain now. As Burnley now surely will be league champions with this result, virtually. Well, I have to say, he went down a little bit in instalments there. Certainly there was contact, but I don't think it was enough to possibly warrant a yellow card offence. As Nick Powell comes off. He's a seriously bad player at the moment. He showed so much great promise, and hasn't fulfilled it. Not since his early days at Crewe, and he went on to Manchester United. Didn't really make the grade at Old Trafford. He's certainly not made the grade here this afternoon, that's for sure. Here's Old Brighton though for Leicester. 4 goals down. Whelan with a good tackle. Taylor to Ashley Barnes. Volks is through. No, he's not. It's Schmeichel's every day of the week. But Burnley need not worry now. They know that the points are assured and the League Championship is virtually assured, the Premier League. First time since 1960 they've won the top flight of English football, or have won the English football's top flight championship. Well, they're more or less there now again, and they've improved so much over the years. The Orient game where they won, which kept them in the Football League and kept them as themselves in it as a football club, as Barnes goes forward and makes it 5. Well, he wasn't going to be out of the action for too long here, Ashley Barnes. A wonderful finish. No chance, Schmeichel. And Burnley have 5, and deservedly so. They've played Leicester in every single department this afternoon. And Turf Boy is going to celebrate the league coming in there in the second part of the quadruple. Goal number 11 in the season, and all 4 Burnley strikers, main Burnley strikers now, are more or less are more or less into double figures in terms of league form, and certainly in terms of all competitions as far as goal scoring is concerned. And Mr Taylor brings an end to Leicester's misery. So 4 for Sam Vokes, 1 for Ashley Barnes. A 5-star performance for Burnley now, who have surely guaranteed themselves the league title regardless of what Chelsea do in the other game. Burnley, rampant winners over Leicester by 5 goals to 0. Welcome to Turf Moor for the second leg of this European semi-final. The league title assured now, mathematically assured. That will be added to the League Cup. They're in the final of the FA Cup, the Chorus. Now they're looking to reach the Champions League final. They're 3-1 up against Barcelona, and it's a much changed side. And a return for one of the regulars, David Jones, will slot in central midfield alongside Glenn Whelan. Let's have a look at more closely the two teams, starting of course with the home side, who go into this semi-final second leg 3 goals to 1 up. Shacko and Dawson return at centre back. Whelan and Jones come in. Chalabar will play on the right, Boyd on the left, and it's Kane and Ings who get the nod up front. Now what about the Catalan Giants, who go into this trailing by 3 goals to 1? Messi will lead the line with Pedro and Neymar on both wings. Pedro scored in the first leg. Iniesta, Busquets and Rakitic are the 3 midfielders. Mascherano and Piqué. It's more or less the same team that were beaten by 3 goals to 1 in that first leg 6 days ago. You can't write Barcelona off, really. You write them off at your peril. They are a very, very good side, and they haven't won all those honours for nothing. So Shacko and Koa have to be on very, very big red alert. The referee tonight is Fabrice Madoulet of France. And it's going to be Barcelona in their traditional maroon and dark blue stripes to get us away. Attacking the goal, or playing from left to right in this first half. Burnley going right to left in their traditional claret and blue. So the same colours as it was for the first leg. The French referee will get us away, and off we go. Burnley leading 3-1 on aggregate, remember. So if Barca were to get extra time, they need to win this second leg 3-1 in order to do that. That's the only way we can have extra time. Busquets went down as if he was shot, and within seconds Jones is booked, and that's something to do with the silly theatrics of Sergio Busquets. Now, was Duffin in this at all? He's gone down as if he's been shot. It's not a yellow card offence. Busquets has done what he's wanted to do, get Jones in the book. Busquets has a reputation for being a bit of an actor. Here's Ings. Ings' shot deflected. Will that run dead? No. Yes, it will. Yes, it will indeed. It's a corner kick. Seen that foul again. I think it's a foul, but Busquets has a way to play act a little bit. It is a foul though, in fairness, but certainly not a yellow card. Here's Whelan with the corner. Good header off the line. Kane with a follow-up, straight into the arms of Bravo. And I'm being accused here on Twitch of bullying Busquets. Well, I'm entitled to an opinion. I do think he's a bit of a play actor. I know he may have had a legitimate cause to be fouled by Jones, but I don't think it was a yellow card offence. Here's Trippier, meanwhile! That seals the deal! Barca need 4 now. What a fantastic goal! That is a magnificent finish. No blame for the goalkeeper, he just had no chance at all. And Burnley now are 1 foot, dare I say it, into the final. Quarter of an hour gone in his second leg, and we're guaranteed now of no extra time here. So Barca, in theory, I said 4, they need actually 3. No, they don't. They do need 4 to win outright. I'm just thinking, because Burnley have scored 3 away goals. That's right. Yes, sorry, I was right the first time. It's complicated when you're trying to count up away goals, really, and what Barcelona need now. And it was such a good strike that from Trippier. I'm going to ignore all these messages now because this is an important game of football. And I'm trying to do an important commentary here, so it needs to be... This is for the YouTube viewers. If there's any questions to be asked, I'll answer the questions at half time. Just let us concentrate on the football here. As Barcelona comes streaking forward, and it's behind for a corner. Just to let you all know, I'm playing semi-professional. I hope that's answered your question. And no, I'm not an amateur. So let's get that out of here, straight out of the head now. I'm getting a little bit frustrated with these questions. Let us get on with the game and let me commentate. A goal kick. Jordi Alba was right in there. Chalobah. Trippier. Chalobah has lost it. Whelan. Jones, who's been booked rather harshly, but not let that affected him too much. Ings has won the ball back. It's a goal kick. Well, this will be replayed. He doesn't get too many Trippier, but what about that? Right foot rasper. Look at the bend on that. You don't stop those. Final game of the April videos here on YouTube, and here's Whelan trying another shot, and well held by the goalkeeper. Kane. "39 minutes gone. Barca need 4. Here's Messi. It's a good ball actually. Now Barcelona breaking pretty well, but let's be honest, who fancies Burnley on a Lancashire night? But Barca going forward, and Heaton having to make a desperate save at the near post. Well, Barcelona have threatened. They didn't threaten enough in the first leg. They've started to threaten a little bit more now. Go for them now would make it interesting. Ball forward the wings, who's been tripped. Burnley already assured of the championship, can take it easy now for the next few games. They're going to go to Upton Park on Saturday to play West Ham. Just 4 games of the league game. Okay. That's a good strike. Well held. And there we are, half time. Burnley are nearly there in the final, where they'll possibly play Milan and Real Madrid, who play their semi-final tomorrow. But what a goal it was to give Burnley that lead on the night. Kieran Trippier with the goal, and they lead by 4-1 on aggregate. Well, welcome back to the start of the second half. 1-0 to the Clarets. 4-1 up on aggregate. Barca need 4 goals to go through. And they need them all in the second half, otherwise it's curtains for them in the European Cup. Dawson to Chalobah. Kane. Harry Kane, try one. Oh, another great goal! We've seen some pubes tonight. And the Trippier one was terrific, but this surely was even better. Well, we're running a goal of the season competition, the Clarets goal of the season competition at the end of this first season. And we're going to select 10 goals. Hot news here. And you, the viewers on YouTube, will decide. And surely those 2 tonight have just might well be up there for goal of the season, Clarets goal of the season. They're certainly going to be one of 10 entries for sure. It's 5-1 on aggregate, 2-0 on the night now. Cross coming in, is it going to be 3? No, it's not. I think this is worth another look, don't you folks? What about this for a strike? Goalkeeper, as soon as it's hit, no chance at all. Burnley are more than there now. 2-0 up on the night, 5-1 up on aggregate. And I'm afraid to say Barcelona haven't really shown any pride in at all in them 2 legs. Messi's been quiet. Here he is on the ball. Shackle again. Superb defending. Here's Chalobah. Dawson. Burnley now just have to slow it down, play it at their own leisure, don't do anything ridiculously stupid. Barca do need 5 now to go through. In fact, they do need 4 goals to level it on aggregate and to go through outright. So they do still need 4 goals. Their objection has not changed too much. It's just even harder when your goal's been punctured a couple of times. Chalobah. Dawson. All they've got to do is be sensible now. Give nothing away here. A couple of goals from Arthur would make it a little bit more interesting, I must admit, but they've done nothing really to warrant scoring tonight. Burnley have scored 2 crackerjacks. You cannot deny they've not been crackerjacks, because they certainly have. We are running that Clarets goal of the season, as I said. We're going to find 10 strikes. 10 of the best goals we've seen this season. We've got plenty to choose from. Certainly those 2 against here tonight will certainly be in the 10. Xavi and Rafinha come on for Busquets and Rakitic. And I have to say, certain sections of the Burnley crowd are not too displeased to see Busquets substituted, because there was a lot of uproar when he got Jones wrongly booked. It was a free kick, but his theatrics that got Jones wrongfully booked, in my opinion, but none of it's going to matter too much. And Paul Carm has just shouted out saying he's a United fan, but he says it's a good channel and a good commentary. Well, thank you very much for that, for Paul Cam 84. It's nice to know that the nice comments are still out there. Barcelona second quarter of an hour to go with this semi-final. Xavi, as you can see, on for Busquets, of course. It's confirmation. Here's PK riding there, ex-Manchester United player. I'm sure Paul Cam 84 will remember him, being let go by Sir Alex Ferguson at the time, saying that he wasn't good enough, but he's done well since going to Barcelona anyway. Here's Danny Ings now. He can make it all safe now. Barcelona committing men forward, but the finish wasn't terrific, and in the end the goalkeeper was able to pounce. But well, Ings hasn't had his best game tonight. Other players have allowed to take centre stage here tonight. I'm better than Martin Tyler, I've been told. Well, that's an honour in itself. Thank you very much indeed for that. Some lovely comments coming in the second half. To say I'm better than Martin Tyler is fantastic. So, thank you very much indeed. I should let everybody know who's watching the games on YouTube that we do broadcast live on Twitch, and some of the guys on Twitch, as that header comes in from Harry Kane, goes over the top. In fact, he deflected for a corner off Rafinha, so barely have another chance. I should also add that we are live on Twitch as we're recording these videos for YouTube, and I get one or two nice comments, certainly in most of the games, from people who do take the time to listen, so it's good to know. Here comes the corner. Meanwhile, chances here for three. Ings was there. Kane has been muscled out of it again by one of the smallest men on the field, Dani Alves. Another injury problem here, this time at centre back, and Burnley's injury crisis is deepening by the second, but it gives a chance for Michael Duff to make a cameo appearance. Duff, oh, he's been at the club since 2004. Steve Cottrell's very first signing. He signed in fact for 30 grand, as we saw Craig Dawson pick up his injury. I think it's an injury to his elbow, which is not the nicest of injuries. Let's hope he's not out for too long. We've already Kurt Zouma out. It could be Ings and Duff for the remainder of the season. Xhaka and Duff for the remainder of the season. That's a classic partnership. Now, what's the referee giving here? Is it a free kick or a penalty? I think it's a free kick. It was right on the edge. Trippier is the man penalised. It was Alves going through. The referee must have spotted something. It is a free kick, and it's literally right on the edge. It's well inside the D here. There are four in that Carrots wall. Now, can Messi come up with some magic here right at the end? Oh, he nearly did. Deserved to go in, that one. That was a superb free kick. Let's give him Messi's fair dues. He hasn't had too many chances, and when he gets a chance, he's not far away from scoring. And no exception there. But there's the whistle. Burnley are in the European Cup final, where they'll play AC Milan or Real Madrid in the final. Harry Kane scored one of the goals. Another to add to the extra set from Kieran Trippier. Two magnificent goals. Burnley go through on night 2-0 and 5-1 on aggregate. Well, there we are. That's the last knock-ins of April. We'll wait to see what happens. We're going to have no more messages now from anybody tonight. I've said good night as far as this. This is just for YouTube channels only. I'm only recording for YouTube only. So please don't watch the stream, because it's just a boring little outro really I'm doing. So please don't read into it or send any messages. I'm signing off tonight. Anyway, I'm also live on Twitch, by the way. YouTube is as well. Okay, now that's the end of course, end of April, of course. Now, unfortunately, we've lost Craig Dawson for the season. That's a blow, isn't it? And as I said, now it's going to be, as I said in commentary, it's going to be probably Duff and Shackle for the rest of the season. It's all going horribly wrong as regards injury worries, I have to say. So Ben Mee will have an opportunity now to go on the bench. These are the players we've got out now, possibly for the season. Lampard, Zouma, Gnabry, Kiteley. 4 key men out. But, oh yeah, not to mention Dawson and Januzaj. Scott Arfield, though, I'm pleased to report, is coming back, so we're getting 1 or 2 good players coming in now as regards injuries. So it's just a shame that Dawson has injured himself really for the rest of the season. But chance for Duffo maybe to end his Burnley career on a real high, the cup win potentially, or a European win. Well, who knows anyway. So the league championship already bagged. We'll see who our opponents are in the European Cup final. The prize money, I should add, for reaching the European Cup final is a staggering nearly £6 million. So a club like Burnley, that's magnificent. Just dealing with some one or two happy and not so happy faces at the club at the moment. Right, as I say, we've come to the end of April. We're now into May now, the business end, and these are what we've got left now in terms of fixtures. And there's going to be a two-parter here to end the season. Our next 3 games, and both videos include a cup final apiece. So our next games are 2 away trips in the league to West Ham and Hull City. West Ham will come up as our first match next Saturday. In fact, I think we might do a 4-part video and do the cup finals as standalone videos, like we did for the League Cup final, and give the cup finals the respect they deserve in terms of. So we'll do 2 games this next video, the 2 league games against West Ham and Hull, the away games, and then what we'll do then, as for cup finals, we'll do them in big one. We'll give it a little bit of a 5-minute build up, tell people how both Spurs and Burnley got to the cup final, and then we'll do that as a standalone video. And then 2 more league games, 1 home, 1 away. The home matches against Stoke at Turf Moor, and finally finishing off with the trophy presentation, of course, at Villa Park against Tim Sherwood's Aston Villa. And then finally another video, a standalone video of the European Cup final. Again, we'll go through how the teams got there, any important news that we can shed before the final, and then obviously we'll do the final, and we'll do the cup finals as 2 separate events, so to speak. But we'll cover both league games against West Ham and Hull first up, though. They're the important ones. So that is our plan for the final month of the season. There are 6 games still to go of the season competitively, and then we'll see whether or not the quadruple is achieved. The league championship is assured. All it has to be done is be picked up on the 24th at Aston Villa on the last day of the season. Anyway, that's about it for April as far as the Burnley career mode is concerned. We now go into May with potentially 2 more trophies to pick up, but in the end we're still on for the quadruple, but it could still end up being a double even if we lose against Spurs or AC Milan. It'll be our 3rd battle, by the way, against Milan. I've been played them twice. We won 1 and won 1 and lost 1. We actually lost at Turf Moor but won at the San Siro, as daft as that sounds. Anyway, that's it for tonight. We'll be back again in the next few days to finish off the conclusion of the season. So until then, take care, and we'll see you all soon. Keep subscribing to the YouTube channels, by the way. It would not be the same without you guys subscribing and viewing the videos as well. Until then, I wish you a fun good night, or good morning rather, because it's after midnight now. So I wish you a fun good night or good morning, or wherever you are in the world, and take care. Sleep tight. Take care now. Bye bye now.